Hawkeye Arena at Iowa. Michigan State's Nick Simmons taking the first individual title of the 2005 Big Ten Wrestling Championships at 125 pounds. We are underway at 133 pounds. Mark Jayne of Illinois, the #1 seed, ranked 5th in the nation against the 2 seed Mack Reiter. Jayne comes in with a record of 28-2. Only 2 losses of the season against the guy he's facing right now. Reiter has beat him twice, 7-4 at the national duels at Cleveland in January, and then Reiter pinned Jayne in Minneapolis in a dual meet 2 weeks ago.
Yes, Jason, it's ironic, the 2 matches that Mark Jayne's lost all year, we've been there with CSTV seeing those, and you know the last one was the near side cradle. Reiter is so dangerous, and throughout this tournament, he's used that cradle very, very effectively.
Jayne, the defending Big Ten champ at this weight class. Reiter, as Ken mentioned, has racked up a bunch of pins using that cradle. 13 pins on the season. That leads the Gophers, trying to become the first conference freshman to win a Big Ten title since 1991.
Coach Gable, Reiter being an Iowa boy, he's one of the first big-time recruits, some say the first, that Jay Robinson's been able to pluck out of the Hawkeye field.
Well, I don't think that he had to work too hard to get him. Just a matter of whether, they went after him real hard, and that's the key. I think at the time there were some other circumstances that Coach Zaleski really didn't put it into an account. And I don't think that people thought that maybe he was quite this good. But you know what? He is a focus, a man on a focus. By that I mean he's completely wrestles at all time, and if you let up 1 second, he's going to nail you. Now, he doesn't look like he's got all these big fancy moves yet, but his focus and his concentration can beat you if you let up anytime.
Yep, he's a proven winner. It's rare that a 4-time Iowa State champion would be thought to possibly not have what it takes to be great. And that was a nice move and a nice counter.
Here's where he's tough, right here on this angle stuff.
Yep. This is where we've seen the nearest to the cradles before. I think we're looking at a stalemate here. Reiter's got to cut the corner more. There we go. He's moving around.
He's got good hips. You can see his hips are really effective because he came out of actually a little dump there that most people would have got caught in, and then now he's cutting the angle, and he's doing a good job of just he's got that position with his lower body.
Yeah, that was
strong. He's got a cradle almost locked up here, but they call it a stalemate.
Yeah, Mark Jayne went for that famous Dresser dump. Kevin Dresser, NCAA champion for you, Dan. He was one of the best ever at that move, and it's kind of kept his name. A lot of people call it the Dresser dump. And Mark Jayne's good at it, but Reiter really countered it quickly and well.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like he was going to get caught, but his hip adjustment made the difference.
Just like you said, you were just talking about it. Just very good position, very poised, total concentration. But what I was saying earlier with him being a 4-time state champ, most people think they're going to be phenomenal, but some people question whether he'd pan out. And because of his commitment and his concentration and he's good in all 3 positions, he's become a great wrestler as a freshman.
Jayne comes in, certainly no slouch, won the Midlands this year, reached the 100-win mark with a win over Daniel Pantella of Northwestern a few weeks back.
Yeah, Jayne's a goer, and you see that left underhook. That's what he likes to control. For him to win this match, he's got to score from that left underhook.
Well, no scoring here in the first period as time expires between Mack Reiter of Minnesota and Mark Jayne of Illinois. And when you guys talked about the cradle ability of Mack Reiter, here's what we saw in some of the preliminary rounds this weekend. Look at him work against Brian Heller of Penn State and really tightens that grip quickly en route to a major decision over the Nittany Lion wrestler. What makes a good cradler, Coach? Is there something in the technique that you look for?
Oh, you got to get the head and the knee together, but he's using it mostly off of like positions, go behind, places where a guy shoots. He crunches, he uses his hips to get that head down. When he gets that head down, he's used to it, and his grip is so good. There's a good takedown by Illinois, Jayne.
Yeah, Mark Jayne with a good counter there off a relatively ineffective shot for Mack Reiter, and Jayne takes a 2-0 advantage.
That's a nice backhand go behind. He stopped him quick, got his right hand behind the tricep, got the ankles on the edge of the mat there to catch the hips, and got him down. The backhand to go behind takedown, and that's another one of Jayne's strengths, counter offense.
Reiter able to get up and get out and get the point for the escape, making it 2-1. Jayne with a fall in the first round here at the Big Tens, then a major decision. Then in the semis, 4-3 win over Mario Galanakis of Iowa. Some controversial calls there that the Hawkeye fans didn't necessarily like, but Jayne was able to survive and advance to the championship bout.
Boy, I tell you, Reiter's really pushing hard here, and this is where Jayne's good too. He's got a good headlock here, but I tell you what, the position of Reiter is keeping Jayne from throwing a headlock, and he's really got his hips under again, and that's why he couldn't open that move up. Look at this, guys. They're battling.
Inside trip.
Look at that. Are you kidding me? And there's back points. And you wonder why he was going upper body. That man has got the hips position. I mean, he just threw him right down, inside trip, and I'm telling you, he's got him tight.
Jayne was pretty cocky there.
And he gets it done. Mack Reiter pins Mark Jayne again to win a Big Ten title. First freshman to do it in the conference in 4 years.
Big points for Minnesota, and that keeps Michigan in the hunt with Jayne falling short. Jayne and Ott both falling short.
I'll tell you, Minnesota fans are happy about that, and so are Michigan fans as well. This is a dream scenario right now.
Not Iowa fans, though, because they maybe could have had him, and they're thinking, what happened there?
Oh, the kid from Gilbertville, Iowa, back in his home state and wowing the crowd with this move. Gets in tight, gets it done, and finishing things off here, the pin win for Mack Reiter. The 2 seed beats the 1 seed, and Reiter can rejoice.